baby.
Oh my God!
We won!
Thank you, Qriket!
Companies like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook make billions of dollars off of your time and content online. We created Qriket because we believe every user should get a share of the revenue that they create. At Qriket, all of our users are partners in our business, and we give 40% of our revenue back to you. Oh, yeah! What is good, Qriket family?
What's going on, Qriket family? Welcome back to another Qriket Live.
What is goofy, everyone? Happy Friday and welcome to Qriket Live. I am your host, Johnny Comparelli, and if you are brand new here, well, welcome first and foremost. Qriket Live is the live game show you can play anywhere using your tablet, smartphone, or mobile device. If you are just discovering us for the very first time, perhaps right here on Game TV, all you have to do to get involved and start winning some cash for yourself is head over to Qriket.com/how. Download the free app for your iPhone, your Android, or your tablet, and all the instructions and everything you need to do to get into our game is there. And for those of you joining us right now, the game is very simple. You pick blue or gold. The numbers behind me, well, that's all of you guys making those selections in real time. For each spin, we give you 30 seconds to make a blue or gold selection, and then we spin a little something called the points wheel. The points wheel determines how many points each spin of our game is going to be worth, and we're going to start off today's game with a 4-point round. Of course, if you get your color selection correct and the wheel lands on your color, you earn that many points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game ends up on our leaderboard. Today, $2,000 in prizing up for grabs with $1,200 available for first place, $600 for second place, and $200 for third place. So in this half-hour Qriket family, we're going to be playing 2 5-round games as well. And if you're brand new here, we'll give you a little bit of time during the break to get the app and join in right now. And for those of you that are here with us now, get those selections in, and we'll get our first spin going right after this. What's up, Cricket family? Welcome back, and we're just about ready to get our first game of the half hour started, round number 1. And just a reminder, it was a 4-point round. If you missed our points wheel before the break, 5,872 of you on the blue side to get us started, and 4,264 of you on that gold side. Let's get it going, Cricket family. Round number 1. Here we go. Your result for round number 1 to get us started. Look at that. It's going to start off on the 0 emoji, Cricket family. You guys know what that means. Nobody getting any points here in round 1. And if there were points, those would all be reduced to 0. Let's move on into round 2, Cricket family. 30 seconds and the 0 coming early in our first game. Of course, if you are using the side picks down below on the app, maybe you have won some spins or some prizes for yourself as well. Let us know. And round number 2 is coming up now, Qriket family. Get those selections up on the board. Just in case you want to see what the leaderboard looks like, let's take a look. Nothing but zeros, and your first result, that 0 emoji. Round number 2 coming up. If you are brand new here, if you won here on the show, if you've won on the app, or perhaps you've won on a side pick, we give you the opportunity to take a 10-second video and share it with the entire Qriket family. The best ones, they get featured right here, and we call them your spin stories. Let's check them out.
Hey, I won $1 on Qriket. Enjoying my biscuits and gravy this morning as I won $1.
Thanks, Qriket. I love y'all. I love winning. Love you, Qriket family.
Thank you, thank you. This is my first time winning $5. Woo!
Wow, $21. I've never won so much from a game before. Cool, thank you guys.
I got $1.33. Thank you, Qriket, Melissa, Johnny, everyone. Thanks, guys.
There you have it, Qriket family. More of your spin stories and some of the beautiful women of the Qriket family here on International Women's Day. Just in time for round number 2. Let's spin that points wheel and get our second spin of the game going. No points in our first round because of that 0. Now it's going to be a big 8-point round here in round number 2. 5,264 of you again on the blue side, 4,592 of you over here on the gold side. Time for round number 2. Here we go. Your result for round number 2 now, following the 0, is going to be the blue side. 5,264 of you adding 8 points, the first 8 points of the game to your score. And if you're one of the 4,592 on the gold side, well, no points for you guys as we move on into round number 3. You guys know the drill. Keep getting those color selections up on the board, and let's take a look at the leaderboard after our first 2 spins. 5,264 of you, those of you that were on the blue side in our second round, you're sitting in first place with a score of 8 points so far. Nobody in second and nobody in third. That's because your first 2 results of the game have been 0 and blue. As we move on into round number 3, we'll give you guys a little bit more time, and while you do that, let's check in with Kaylin with today's product of the day review.
Hello, Qriket fam. Kaylin here. Today's product of the day that we are reviewing is Camkix's Universal 3-in-1 lens kit for your smartphone or your tablet. So we're going to test this out on my phone and see how it does.
Thank you, Kaylin, and that gives us enough time to go to the points wheel now for round number 3. 2 spins already in our first game of the half hour. Round number 3 is going to be 7 points. Ample opportunity for those of you on the board to get up onto that leaderboard now. 4,776 of you over here on the gold side, 4,928 on the blue side. Round number 3, 7 points. Here we go. Your result for round number 3 now is going to be the blue side back to back, and the blue side again, 4,928 of you picking up 7 big points here in round number 3. Again, if you are on the gold side, no love quite yet for you guys. 4,776 of you, no points yet as we move on into round number 4. 30 seconds more, of course. Keep getting those selections up there. Let's take a look at the leaderboard after our first 3 spins of game number 1. 2,912, first place. You guys are sitting in first with a top score of 15 points. Behind you guys, though, 2,352 of you have found yourselves in second place with a score of 8. And that's very close to the third place, as 2,016 of you just 1 point behind second with a score of 7. Your first 3 results, 0, blue, and blue. As we enter round number 4, we'll give you guys a little bit more time. And if you are just discovering us for the very first time on Twitch, welcome Twitch community. If you're discovering us for the very first time on YouTube, welcome to you guys as well. We're also on Facebook, we're also on Periscope, and of course, right here on Game TV, Monday through Friday at 4:30 Eastern Time. That's 1:30 Pacific Time. If you are just discovering us, good news is we have one more game happening in the second half of this half hour. So if you want to join in and win some cash for yourself, it's very easy to do so. Head over to Qriket.com/how. Download the app for your iPhone, your Android, or your tablet, any device that you use, and follow the instructions. And a little bit later on in this half hour, you guys can join in and play along with us. And in addition to that, we're always doing giveaways and behind-the-scenes content on our social media. So if you're new here, head over to @JComparel and @Qriket on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. There it is. Let's move on, though. Round number 4, just in time. Let's go over to the points wheel. And let's keep this game going. 2 spins left to go in our first game of the half hour. Round number 4 is going to be 3 points. 4,408 of you behind me on the blue side. 5,664 on the gold side. Round 4. Here we go. Your result for round number 4 now is going to be the gold side, but with that emoji, that means it's minus points. If you were one of the 5,664 that chose gold in this round, well, you guys are being deducted 3 points from your score. And if you're one of the 4,408 on the blue side, you guys are safe for the time being. And it looks like our first game has been all about the blue side as we move on into round number 5. Again, minus 3 points to the gold side in that one. Let's take a look at how that changed our leaderboard, though. 1,776 of you now. The top score still remains 15 points. 1,136 of you right behind them by 3 points with a score of 12 in second place, and 968 of you in third place with a score of 8 points. Your first 4 results as we move on into our final spin of the first game is going to be 0, blue, blue, and gold. Round number 5 coming up, but before we do that, let's go back to Kaylin with our product of the day review.
Kit here, you get 3 different lenses. You get a macro lens, a fisheye lens, and a wide angle lens. The wide angle and macro lens are a 2-in-1, so when you screw them both together, that's how you get your wide angle lens. Everything is made out of a high quality, high grade aluminum. So get your lenses there, as well as a universal clip that just clips on to your phone or your tablets, and it's super easy to take with you anywhere.
Thank you, Kaylin. Oh boy, round number 5 coming up. We'll give you guys 5 more seconds to get those selections up, and let's spin the final point spin of our first game of the half hour. Let's see what happens. Minus 3 points from the gold side in our previous round, and look at this, another big 7-point round coming up. 5,896 of you choosing the blue side. 4,168 of you choosing the gold side. Round number 5, the final spin of our first game. Here we go. Your result for round number 5 going to pass the 0, and right at the end of the game, it's going to be the blue side, but minus points to that blue side, and that means if you're one of the 5,896 over here on the blue side, well, you guys are being deducted 7 points from your score. If you're one of the 4,168 on the gold side, though, you guys are safe, and that will conclude our game. So with that being the final spin of the game, how many of you ended up in first place in our first game of the half hour? Well, 304 of you. Congratulations. You guys ended up in first place. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. 304 of you finishing in first. The top score stayed the same from the third round onwards. 15 points, that top score. 384 of you, 3 points behind them in second place with a score of 12, sharing that $600 prize, and 1,920 of you ending up in third place with a score of 8. Your final 5 results of our first game of the half hour: 0, blue, blue, gold, and blue. And that'll conclude the first one, Qriket family. But the good news is, if you didn't end up on the leaderboard in this one, well, we have another 5 rounds coming up right after the break. If you're brand new here, head over to Qriket.com/how. Download the free app for your iPhone, your Android, your tablet, and you guys have a few minutes to get onto the boards yourselves and win some cash. We'll see you guys then. Our second game started right after the break. Family, you guys are doing an awesome job, man. Remember, TV's starting next week, and this is the format of all of our 4:30 games. We've added some lightning games to next week, too. I think all of Melissa's games are going to be lightning games. So I'm talking to you guys, commercial break, dude. Commercial break, Cricket family. You guys know how it goes. Great job getting those selections up on the board. Are we doing any giveaways today, Mark? We're doing any giveaways today, Mark? I'll do a merch giveaway at jcomparel. Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. That's what we'll do. I'll do a merch giveaway. Go spread some love on Instagram. Actually, we'll do just Instagram and Twitter, Cricket family. Spread some love. I'll do another merch giveaway today. Other than that, our second game starting in a little bit. I'll see you guys after the commercials, dude. Let's get it. Welcome back, Cricket family. Happy Friday, and we're just about ready to get our second game this half hour underway. I'm your host, Johnny Comparelli, and oh boy, let's get it going, Cricket family. 5,584 of you on the blue side. We'll give you guys a little bit more time. Again, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, you can get yourselves up on the board and win some cash for yourself. Head over to cricket.com/how. But time is running out. Of course, we're always doing these games Monday through Friday right here on Game TV at 4:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Pacific Time. Round number one of our second game this half hour, kicking off right now, dude. Let's spin the points wheel and see how many points we have in store to kick off our first spin. Our first round going to be 4 points, with 5,632 of you finishing off on the blue side, 4,608 of you on that gold side. Round one, here we go. Your result to get our first spin started, very much the same as our first result of our first game in the half hour. We're kicking off the game with a 0 emoji, Cricket family, meaning nobody getting points in the first round, and if there were points, they would all be reduced to 0 either way. But nobody losing any points. Everyone leaving round one unscathed as we move on into round number two. We'll give you guys 30 seconds to get those selections up on the board, and of course the leaderboard looking like that. Nothing but zeros for first, second, and third, anyone's game still, and the 0 emoji, your first result as we enter round number two. 30 seconds to get those selections up there, and let's go back to Kaylin with today's product of the day review.
All right, so I have my wide angle lens hooked up here. Let's clip it to my phone and see how it does. Here's your wide angle lens. Here are the photos with our wide angle lens, and without it. Look at the difference there. And there's your macro lens. You can see nothing from far away, but if you move closer, check that out. This one is our fisheye lens, with and without. You have a little bag for storage. Extremely easy to clip on and compatible with all sorts of phones.
Thank you, Kaylin. Round number 2, just in time. Cricket family, let's take a look at the points wheel. 4 points in our first round, but nobody getting any because of that 0 emoji. And round number 2 is going to be 6 points. 5,944 finding yourselves on the blue side. 4,576 of you on that gold side. Let's keep it going. We spin the points. Here we go. Your result for round number 2 now, and it's going to be back-to-back 0 emojis, Cricket family. Still no points in our second game in the second half of this half-hour, Cricket family. Again, no matter where you are, either on the blue or on the gold side, no points as we move on into round number 3. Of course, if you are playing along on the app and making those side picks, some of you may have won 3 times your prize on the 0. You can, of course, win some spins or win some prizing using those side picks as well, so keep them coming, Cricket family. Round number 3, though, 30 seconds, of course. Let's take a look at the leaderboard after 2 spins, and still nobody up on that leaderboard in that first, second, or third place prize. It's anyone's prize at this point. 2 zeros to get our game started. Round number 3 coming up. But while you guys do that, let's check in with more of your winner videos in today's Spin Stories.
You do it. We won $200. We just won $200.
Thanks, Cricket. We won $100. That's fantastic. Everyone's excited.
Yay! I won $40. Thanks, Cricket.
First Cricket live game and I won $100. What? Yes, Queen. Thank you, Johnny.
The Cricket family, more of your beautiful faces in today's Spin Stories just in time for our third spin of this final game of the week. Let's spin the points wheel, why don't we? 6 points in our previous round, but nobody winning anything because of their back-to-back zeros. And after those back-to-back zeros, 1 single point here for round number 3. 6,312 of you choosing the blue side for this round. 4,752 of you choosing the gold side for round number 3. Let's keep it going. Round 3. Here we go. Your result for round number 3 now is going to be the gold side, and with that rocket emoji, if you're playing along with the side picks on the app, that's 15 times your spins, Cricket family. But if you're on the gold side, you guys are getting the benefit of this round. 4,752 of you adding more points to your score in round number 3. If you're one of the 6,312 on the blue side, no points for you guys. 2 spins left to go in this game, in our final game of the week. Let's open up the color selections to you guys and move on into round number 4. You guys know the drill. Pick blue or gold right there using your apps. And let's take a look at the leaderboard at the end of 3 spins. 4,752 of you. You're the only ones on the leaderboard. You're the only ones with that single point in round number 3. Nobody in second, nobody in third place. Your first 3 results of today's game, 0, 0, and gold as we enter round number 4. We'll give you guys 30 seconds to do that, and let's go back to Caitlin one last time with today's product of the day review.
So there you have it, Cricket fam, your 3-in-1 lens kit. I think this is a nifty little thing to have. Instead of dropping $1,000 on a DSLR, you can just attach these lenses to your phone and instantly get a variety of different shots. Super awesome if you're into photography or just like having some different pictures. Thank you so much for joining me, Cricket fam. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Kaylin. Oh boy, round number 4, anybody's game. Second and third place, completely empty. Let's see what happens. Only 1 single point up on the board too. Let's spin that points wheel and see what happens here for our 4th spin of our final game. A big 7-point round awaits us. 6,168 of you choosing the blue side again. It was all blue love all game long, so we'll see how that pans out. And 4,816 of you choosing that gold side. It's round number 4. Big 7-pointer. Let's get it going. Here we go. Your result for round number 4, oh no, it's another 0, Cricket family. Oh boy, it's been nothing but, is it just me or the last 2 games had tons of zeros? Either way, you know what that means. All the points up until this point being reset to 0, which means it's anybody's game. It's one selection. And are you going to be on the leaderboard? It's going to be one or the other in the next round. Of course, with the 0, nobody winning. But the side picks, maybe you guys won some prizes on that. Let's move on into round number 5 and get our final spin going. Of course, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Anyone that was up there previously, well, you're not up there anymore. And our second game, almost nothing but zeros with exception of that 3rd round gold result. Now, at this point, it's only going to be the battle for first place. Nobody's going to end up in 2nd or 3rd, so it's either the blue side or the gold side. It all comes down to one final spin in this one. And if you are just joining us for the very first time or discovering us on YouTube or Twitch, perhaps you're discovering us right here on Game TV live every day, Monday through Friday at 4:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Pacific Time. You may just missed the mark to join into our 2 games here to end off our Friday, but the good news is we're here every day, Monday through Friday, and we'll see you guys next week, and it's very easy to get involved and start playing along and winning some cash for yourself. In the meantime, head over to Qriket.com/how. Download the free app for your iPhone, your Android, or your tablet, and you can play along with us all week next week. But for round number 5, it's not going to mean much, but let's spin the points wheel anyways. As long as you get your color selection correct in this round, you end up in first place either way. It's going to be 2 points. 6,176 of you behind of me on that blue side and 4,808 of you on that gold side. Our final spin of the day and our final spin of the week, Cricket family, round 5. Here we go. Your result for round number 5, just passing the 0 again, and it is going to be the blue side, but because it's minus points to the blue side, there are going to be no points awarded here in round number 5, and it's almost as if we got another 0 in round number 5 to conclude our game, Cricket family, and that will do it for our second game in this half hour. Of course, at the end of the game, nobody appearing on the end of the leaderboard, and let's take a look at your final results on today's leaderboard in our second game. Nobody in first, nobody in second, nobody in third, and that blue result would have deducted points from the blue side, but nobody had any points to be deducted, and our game ending off in zeros, even without that 0, Cricket family, and that will do it for us. Again, we got games all week next week, Monday through Friday, and at 4:30 Eastern Time, right here on Game TV Live, and on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and wherever else you're catching us from. Head over to Qriket.com/how. Make sure you download the app. We'll be here all week next week as well. And in the meantime, always doing giveaways and showing you guys the behind-the-scenes content at Qriket on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. All of you guys, we're wishing you a happy weekend, a happy rest of your Fridays as well. And wherever you happen to be in this beautiful world, stay groovy. Always be the groove, Qriket family. And we will see you guys here next week, kicking off our shows on Monday. Big kiss. Mwah. Happy spinning.